Okay, so here's my audience. So today I'm doing a speech about recycling. Did you know on average every person creates about 4 pounds of garbage a day? And there are 7 billion people in the world, which means that's a lot of garbage being created. Everybody should recycle waste products as much as possible because it will reduce the amount of natural resources being used up. Also, it will prevent pollution, save energy, and reduce the amount of landfills needed. Therefore, recycling should be a common trend in every household and business worldwide. If you feel that you're not doing your part, recycling is an easy way to help the environment and save many resources. By recycling, the world would reduce the amount of resources it uses every day. Because you can recycle about 60% of the garbage you throw away, the resources can consist of renewable, non-renewable. But either way, they're being used way too fast. Recycling water is a very important factor when saving the environment because usable fresh water will eventually run out if people on Earth do not begin recycling right now. By using water treatment plants, water will be able to be saved and the Earth will not run out of clean, usable water anytime soon. So big cities are coming up with these big treatment plants in order for everybody to have clean, fresh water to shower, drink, just use it up in the household for cooking. Non-renewable resources such as like metals and oils can be saved by recycling. The resources are then reused if you recycle them, so the old can be made into new items and be used in everyday households. Renewable resources also need to be reduced because the amount of trees available is decreasing at a fast rate. Paper products are always in demand, but also reusable at the same time if you do it the right way. Recycling also saves the amount of resources used and it prevents a good amount of pollution in the air. By recycling, the amount of pollution expelled into the air and water is greatly reduced, making new products from raw materials produces much more pollution than recycling. Many farms and companies expel it into the water around the treatment plants and the machinery goes into the air, so the city breathes in that air, which is not good for your health. If factories would just think about what they're doing and instead of just putting it into the air and look at their profits, they would save many people's lives from respiratory diseases. Also, pollution is expelled from trucks that pick up garbage, and recycling trucks are much lighter in weight, so the gas expelled into the air is reduced greatly because recycling products are much lighter and not as dense and heavy as a garbage bag would be. Water and air will also be cleaner if recycling is done in households around your town. No wait, the world will be cleaner. If you care about the earth, you should be recycling because eventually the air will not be breathable if something is not done for the garbage. Obviously air is breathable, just maybe not pleasant smelling and good for your health. By reducing the pollution, recycling will also reduce the amount of landfills. Landfills are expensive to build, and if the world chooses to recycle, it will be as clean as a hospital would be. So landfills would not be used at all, considering 40% of the garbage would just go there instead of all 100. Landfills also take up a lot of land that can be used into new housing and commercial buildings because the land it sits on costs a lot of money, and in order to build a landfill, you need money and resources to do so. Landfills pollute the groundwater if not built correctly in the first place, and greenhouse gases are emitted into the air. Landfills are killing the ground around them, and nobody does anything about it. Please save the environment and start recycling to reduce the amount of landfills we have. Until now, when you should begin recycling. Recycling also has benefits and good that comes out of reusing. So remaking products out of good materials, recycling will be reducing the amount of resources used. By reducing the resources on Earth will be saved in the long run by not running out of these resources. Also, recycling reduces the amount of pollution in the air and the water around it. By reusing materials and not starting from raw materials, it will reduce the pollution. Also, it will reduce the amount of dirty landfills that take up space and ruin the air and environment, which is why you should look into recycling in your neighborhood. I have made a sheet for you guys to see what towns recycle and where you can take your non-recyclable stuff in case you do want to become recyclers. Thank you for your time.